Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really happy to have you guys back. Today we're going to be working on a brown warm toned look using the Huda Beauty palettes. So if you guys would like to learn how to do this look, go ahead and keep watching. We are going to be using two of the Huda Beauty 9-pan palettes. These are her mini palettes and they are really good. So I wanted to do a look using them today to show you one of the looks you can create using both palettes. Okay, you guys, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start off with this Huda Beauty palette called Warm Brown Obsessions. And I'm going to start with this light brown color. It doesn't have a shade name, but I'm going to go ahead and go in with that color first. I'm going to go ahead and grab a clean brush and I'm going to go ahead and blend that shade up here. I'm now going to go ahead and go in with this shade right here. It's a slightly darker color. After that second color is applied, I am going to go ahead and go back into the same palette and I'm going to use this dark shade right here, and I might go in with this one afterwards. Just like that, you're going to start working the color in. Slowly darkening the shades. With the brush we used at the beginning, you can use to blend any hard edges. And if you don't want to add any more color, you can go back in with a clean brush and simply start blending. Just like that until you get your desired blend. After those shades are blended in, I am going to go into this other palette and I am going to go ahead and use this dark shade right here. To darken up the shades, I went ahead and went in with that same palette with the darkest shade, which is this one right here. And we're simply adding more color to it, adding more depth, more darkness to the shade. And we're going to go back in with that same brush with the lighter color and blend. After this is nicely blended, you can go ahead and proceed to your next step. For this look, I am going to go ahead and go in with a cut crease. I'm thinking I'm going to do a light shade cut crease and then transition it into the darker shade, and in the middle of the light shade and the dark shade, I am going to go ahead and go in with one of the shimmer shades so we can test out the shimmer shades, see how they perform. To do the cut crease, I am going to go ahead and go in with a Tarte Shape Tape concealer and I'm going to use it with a flat brush to draw in the crease. I'm simply going to start off by putting some on the back of my hand. Just like that, a small amount, then lightly coat the brush. Then we're going to go ahead and get started. Just like that, we're going to start stamping in the concealer with the flat brush. And we're going to start trying to form the line as straight as can be. And start shading the color of the concealer. Once the cut crease is nicely drawn in, you can go ahead and use your finger to make sure it doesn't spread and blend in the shades. I did notice a little bit of smearing on the top, so I'm just going to go in with that same brush with a dark color and lightly brush it in. Just like that. Tapping your finger onto the edge will help it not be too harsh and help you blend in the color into the lighter shade once you start creating the gradient effect. So now that I have created the cut crease, I am going to go ahead and go in with the light brown shade and start blending the harsh edge. Just like that. Now with a flat shader brush, I am going to go ahead and go in back with the same palette, and I am going to go ahead and grab this ivory shade right here, and I'm going to apply it to my cut crease. This is going to help set the concealer on the cut crease and give me a nice ivory shade. Just like that. Now we can go back in with the darkest shade we used and start blending the transition. After that is done, I am going to go in and add a shimmer shade right here between the light shade and the dark shade. For the shimmer transition shade between the ivory and the dark color, I am going to go ahead and use the other Huda Beauty palette. It's going to be this one, and it is called Topaz Obsessions. So for that one, she does have 4 different shimmer shades, and I am going to go ahead and go in with this one because it is a dual chrome color. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and go in with a flat shader brush, and I'm going to apply it between the light shade and the dark shade to create a gradient effect. We're applying it in the middle, but we can still see the ivory shade and we can still see the dark shades. So we are going to go back in with the ivory shade and blend the ivory into the chrome color. After it's nicely blended, the cut crease transitions from the ivory onto the copper gold color onto the darker shade. So once that is nicely blended, we're going to go ahead and go back in with the darker shade, and we're going to try to deepen the outer corner. That is it for this eye look. I am going to go ahead and apply eyeliner and lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and added lashes and liner off camera, and now I'm ready to finish off this look. I'm going to go back into this palette, and I am going to use this shade right here to apply to my lash line. I'm using a flat brush like this, and I'm going to start applying it all over the lash line. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. After that dark shade is applied, I am going to go ahead and go back into the same palette with the light shade we used. And I am going to go ahead and use this type of brush. It is a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. With a little bit of eyeshadow, I am going to go ahead and blend in the dark shade with this lighter shade. Just like that, I went ahead and blended both colors. I went ahead and added the light shade onto the darker shade to help blend it out and look more smooth. I would like it to look a little darker, so I am going to go ahead and add some of the darker shade on the outer corner of the lash line to try to deepen up that color. I am going to go ahead and use this angled brush by BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to use the dark shade to try and deepen the outer corner of the lash line. Okay guys, I went ahead and added the darker shade to the outer corner of the lash line, and I really like how it looks. It gave it a deeper tone. Now to make sure everything is blended together, I am going to go ahead and go back with the JH40 with the lighter shade and try to blend all 3 colors together. Just like that, I went ahead and blended all 3 colors together on the lash line, and my eye look is complete. Now I'm just going to finish off by using a BH Cosmetics 10 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and add some Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter to my inner corner. Just lightly adding a bit of that highlighter to brighten up the inner corner. Wow, you guys, the inner corner highlight really made a difference. It really makes your eyeshadow look complete. It brings all the colors together and it really gives your eye a nice pop. The highlight shade that I use for my inner corner highlight is the same shade I use for my face. I really like this highlighter and I've been using it for a while now. Okay, you guys, I am done with this eye look. I went ahead and used both palettes to show you guys how to do this look. It is a very basic look. The cut crease makes it look more complicated. Essentially, it's simply a warm brown tone shade eyeshadow look, and it was very easy. We went ahead and only used the mini palettes. They are very easy to travel with since they easily fit anywhere you put them. These were the two palettes that I used. I went ahead and used this palette mainly for the matte shades. As you can see, the matte shades are really nice. This palette actually only has one shimmer shade, which is that gold shade in the middle. So I went ahead and used this palette primarily for the matte shadows. I moved on to this other palette for the shimmery shades, and this palette does have more options for shimmers. This palette does have 4 shimmer shades, so I went ahead and used this palette primarily for the shimmer shades. Although they are all gold copper tones, they all have a different finish. As you can see, these two are more satin. This one is more of a gold tone, true gold tone, and this one is the one we used. This is a rose gold copper tone with a dual chrome effect. So I really do like these palettes, you guys. So the quality is really good and they are not too expensive. I know Huda Beauty is a high-end brand and her products can be quite pricey, but these palettes do have 9 shadows and they are about $24, $26, $28. So I do think you are getting a good deal. And aside from that, they are really easy to add to your purse, to your makeup bag when you travel. So I really do like them. The shadows are really good quality. You do not have any fallout on your face. The pan has a minimal fallout, but honestly, you guys, I do not mind any fallout on the pan. As long as I don't have fallout on my face, the fallout on the pan doesn't really bother me at all. I really like how you can create a lot of different looks from these palettes. I know they are both neutral warm brown palettes, but they are very different. And I really like them both. And of course, you guys, you do not need to buy both, but I went ahead and used both so you could see how both of them perform. Personally, I really like Huda Beauty's shimmer shades. Her matte shades are really good as well, but what I like the most about her brand and her eyeshadows is the quality of her shimmer shades. I do believe that the color payoff is really good. She does have several different formulas within her shimmer shades, but I really like how they applies really nicely with the brush or with your finger. So whatever method of application you prefer, these eyeshadows will perform exceptionally on your eyes. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time.